Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose recording from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Tuesday, April 30th, 2019. As you know, I did a podcast yesterday and I sounded like Mickey Mouse. So I'm redoing yesterday's podcast, and it appears that it's coming out okay, loud and clear. Anyway, this is the redo of the my take on the 2019 Lions draft picks. So we're going to go over this. My battery's running low on my tablet here, so this needs to be quick. But quickly, let me say that if you like my podcast, be sure to go on the link and then subscribe to my podcast channel. And if you're not subscribed to my main YouTube channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button there and hit the bell notification. I am going to be doing a standard video on my main channel today showing you how to get more subscribers to your YouTube channel via Instagram. That'll be done later today. And I just wanted to mention that I am eventually going to be doing daily podcast, and I'm going to call that my 360 project. I wanted to say 365, but it's impossible to do one every single day a year, but it's going to be a big project for me. So I'm really focusing on getting out as many podcasts as I can. And anyway, let's get on with it. And first of all, let me go back in history before I give my grades on all that. As we know, the Millen era, Matt Millen era, and the Tom Lewand, Martin Mayhew eras, and the general manager eras prior to Millen were just all disasters. We know that, and basically the Lions draft throughout the years has just been horrendous. That's why they've been in the cellar most of the time. You pick bad, do bad in the draft, you're going to do bad in the season. Personally, I think Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn, it's a new era. I think they're finally heading in the right direction. It appears Martha Ford has finally opened up her wallet, and they've actually invested something in some good free agents. Maybe spent a little too much, but they needed to get the players like Trey Flowers. They didn't snag him. Even though he's pricey, somebody else would have got him. So Justin Coleman, I think they maybe paid a little too much for him, for that player too, but who knows? Maybe this is going to work out. Anyway, let me get on with, and let me go back to what I'm saying. Now, in the history, in 2002, the Lions picked in the second round Joey Harrington. We know that was a disaster. And in 2001, they had an opportunity. And let me get into that. But who do they pick on their first round? They picked Jeff Backus, who actually was a pretty good lineman. But and then let me jump up to their number one pick in 2002 because they screwed up. So they picked Dominic Raiola as a lineman for their number one, who was okay at first, but by the end of his career, I wanted him out of there. I mean, he was a nightmare. He's a cancer to the locker room. Anyway, back to 2001, when they picked Jeff Backus. What I'm getting at is they still needed a quarterback. Well, guess who was picked by the San Diego Chargers in round 2? Drew Brees. They could have. And this is what I'm getting at. The mentality of the Lions at that point in time was so stupid that they overlooked it. I think Brees might have had some injury problems or something like that, but they needed a quarterback. I mean, Gary Danielson, for example. I can't even watch college games. If he's announcing, I have to flip to a different college game. Danielson was a disaster, if anybody remembers him. Anyway, let's get on to my grades, and I go through A through F, and I do a point system. A being 14 points, F being a 1, and then I divide the points by the number of draft picks, and then we go from there, and then that's how I determine the final score. Anyway, T.J. Hawkinson, I give as a B minus only because of that he was picked so high. But the problem is it was kind of a catch-22 for Bob Quinn. If he didn't pick him then, they wouldn't have had the chance. So they kind of had to do that. Because not only that, he's a good blocking tight end. So I'm okay with it. I gave him a B minus, 9 points. Number 2, Jelani Tavai, the guy from Hawaii, I give that a D minus. I've looked at the films on these people. I just don't see if he works out, great, but I just don't understand that. I think they could have got somebody better. Number 3, Will Harris. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be good. Safety, I give that as a C plus. That would be 8 points. And then number 4, okay, a grinder. Number 4, Austin Bryant, defensive end. I give that a B plus. I almost gave it an 8, but he's a grinder. I loved what I saw on the tape, so it gets a B plus. And then number 5, Amani Orowayu, or however you pronounce it. Anyway, I just remember him on Penn State. And the only reason I watch Penn State because I can't stand them. I just want them to watch them lose. But it seemed like every time I wanted a big game where I wanted them to lose, this linebacker would do something near the end of the game to seal a victory for Penn State. Drove me nuts. So, and not only that, he was kind of a thorn in the side to the Wolverines. Anyways, but I only gave that a C. He does have long arms. There's potential there, but I only give that a C, 7 points. Then the next guy, a wide receiver, Travis Fulgham. I give this an F, 1 point. I didn't see anything about this guy that's even worthwhile. I don't know why they picked him. Number 7, okay, good one. Ty Johnson, running back. That 98-yard kick return against the Wolverines. Ouch, that hurt. When I saw that, that's still fresh in my mind. And I'm going, okay, we need to get this guy. I give this a B minus, 9 points. And then number 8, Isaac now, or tight end. I give that a C plus. It looks the reason I didn't give it a B. I'm just not sure of the guy. But the thing is, I gave it a C plus because for where he was in the draft, I think was a good deal. Back to Ty Johnson, that was a steal. Getting Ty Johnson at number 7 was a steal. Lastly, now let's go to number 9, P.J. Johnson. He's another grinder. I almost gave him an A. But it's a B plus, 11 points, and so that's good. And then I saw something on Everything King channel. They picked up in an undrafted free agent, the guard from Wisconsin, Bo, and I can't pronounce the last name. If I would have had that on the list, that would have been an A plus. I remember watching some of the Wisconsin guys. That guy's a bulldozer. I expect Bob Quinn said he's satisfied with the line, but expect him to put the other guys to the test. I think what Bob Quinn's going to do is get some more linemen through the undrafted thing, and if these work out, this is going to be great. Anyway, as it worked out, the total points it came down with 68, so 9. But anyway, the total points, and divided by 9, it came out to 7 point something. So I have A at 14, A plus 14, A 13, A minus 12, B plus 11, B 10, B minus 9, C plus 8, C 7. So after so 7 point wasn't quite an 8. So I give the Lions a solid C, better than my usual F that I give them anyway. So that's it. The battery's running low. My tablet. Let's see if I don't sound like Mickey Mouse this time. Let's see if I sound like a normal person. Get this up here today. I'll talk to you next time, and stay tuned for more podcasts and more stuff because I've got a lot of things to say. I'll talk to you later. Bye.